All right. January 26th, I think, 2024. Nothing too crazy to report. Today was a relatively unproductive day, unfortunately. My brain is still kind of wrapping its mind around things, but feeling a little bit more stable and like I am settling into the idea of this new reality of mine. So yeah, one day at a time, I guess. I guess the only real thought that I wanted to share tonight is I don't know. I think tonight I just want to like encourage anyone who's a creator to do two things. And one of those is make good decisions. And the other one is maybe three things. Make good decisions. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. And the third would be if there's a creative urge to do something, then follow it right away. And tonight is a decent example of that. I feel like, hey buddy. I feel like the older I've gotten, I guess I'm getting better about sort of letting me stand up for myself and not feeling like I have to do certain things. Like if I don't want to go out and do something, I don't. If I do want to go out and do something, I will. But like tonight, for instance, I just took a drive and dropped a friend off in Williamsburg. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go to Williamsburg. I think a buddy of mine is gonna like meet over there at some point in time, but he didn't text back. So I got there, I parked, I kind of just sat in the car for a few minutes, just kind of gathered my thoughts and stuff. And then I just kind of like grabbed my journal and was like walking around. And when I lived in Williamsburg, it was a lot easier to just kind of like pop into a bar and sit down at the bar and, have a drink or two and write. And that was always like a really nice experience, I guess. I never really got a whole lot of writing done. I think invariably like that sort of activity lends itself more to meeting someone, a person next to you that you can just kind of talk to about things. And so that's how that would kind of always be used. I never really wrote a whole lot. But when I did write, I was relaxed. It was a nice experience, but I don't really drink a lot these days. And it feels kind of like I don't really want to go and spend $10 on a soda water, So tonight I was walking around with the journal that I ended up not writing in at all. And yeah, so I didn't go into any bars, but I felt this like urge to, not like alcoholic urge, just like a return to old habits urge. Like, oh, well, you're just going to walk around. I mean, you might as well like go get a drink and write, or go into a place. There's no real places to sit down and write and not really drink, or like have to get something off the menu. So I just sort of was like, okay, I'll walk around. If I find a place, I'll sit down. If not, whatever. So I went to the falafel truck, got some food, went to get like a scoop of ice cream and just kind of hang out. And then I kind of walked around a bit more. It was a nice night, so I just kind of strolled and then looped around, texted a few friends who I thought might be in the area. They weren't. And then I just walked back to my car and I came home. And the entire time in my head, I was thinking, man, it'd be so much nicer to just be home right now and like hanging out with Jet and, maybe writing or like doing my video, which I almost forgot to do tonight because I wasn't here. And yeah, instead I sort of 10% followed that like, oh, maybe I should go out and do something and be social. I don't regret it, but it was still like, I could have been doing something else or something a little more productive. But then I was like, you know what, dude? You don't have to sit and wait around for fucking anyone. You can go home. You can just like get in your car. You can drive home. You can go see your dog. You can do a little riding. You can finish a movie. You can get some good rest. And those are perfectly fine things to do. There's nothing binding you to a Friday night. There's no mandate for you to act in a certain way. And anyways, those types of moments where if you feel like doing something, do it. If you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. That can guide you to just being a little more proactive with yourself. And the whole point, as I'm learning this month, the whole point of being more proactive with yourself is to build trust with yourself. And these little moments of trust that you earn with yourself will pull you into greater things. I think they'll make your work better. I think that they will give you more confidence in the work that you create and in the process of creating it. And yeah, and I know it's just these little moments where I'm like, I'm going to make this decision for myself. I'm going to go home. I'm going to relax. I don't care who thinks what, and no one's thinking anything, of course. Those are really good for me. So yeah, if you're an artist or creator and you're maybe thinking, I don't want to go out tonight. I want to just sit and work, or if you want to go out and just take a walk. But those little urges that say, oh, just like go do this thing that you used to do. And it's probably not worthwhile. Anyway, that's my experience, my thought. I'm home now. I'm going to finish watching a movie. I'm going to hang out with my dog. The last week or so since Layla's passing, it just makes me wonder how much time I have left with Jet. He's doing fine, but he's 16, he's aging. And I have this huge fear that I'm going to come home while I'm away for 2 hours and he's going to be gone. And that's like so terrifying to me. So I don't know, I want to be here. I'm going to do a little writing. I think I'm going to start writing either some YouTube videos that I've had in mind that I need to get working on, or I may start a new feature. I've never written a feature before, but I was in Dallas in November and I passed a sign on the road, and I'm not going to say what it is because it'll give away the title, but I passed it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I was like, oh, that could kind of be like the name of a movie, a title of a movie. And so I just kind of like opened up my notes app and started writing some ideas down. And yeah, I think I'm going to start that one tonight, or I'll start one of my other videos for the channel. But yeah, anyways, it's nice to be clear-headed and nice to be in my space and just creating and not worrying about things. So, okay, that's it. Now I'm rambling, per usual. I hope you had a great night. If you're watching this and you're just hanging out on a Friday night, good for you. Enjoy yourself, because that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm tired, I can't talk. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, out.